Do you think that a veto of this measure would be interpreted in Dallas County as, well, there's old Governor Smith exercising his petty vengeance on us?
Oh, it might, Travis. I don't know. And I doubt that if you just go into it really seriously politically, that it would affect future elections. There might be some that would say that I did it with a vengeance, which wouldn't be true, but I can recall that Governor Conley vetoed a medical school at Texas Tech, legislation 281, in 1965. Then in 67, he received more votes out there than he ever got before in his life. I believe that people appreciate a public official, whether it's governor, lieutenant governor, or speaker, if they're sincere and if they offer valid reasons for whatever they did in an effort to do the best job for all the people of our state.
Let me ask you this, then. Are you going to veto the bill?
Well, we're going to look at it.
If the 61st legislature adjourns with a one-year budget with a funding of the school program as presently anticipated, that is, funds only for the teacher's salary portion of the budget, then there will be no significant move toward equalization of financing education in this state. At this time, as you know, the present school minimum foundation program discriminates against large cities. We have nothing but the highest commendation for our legislative delegation. They have fought tooth and toenail to push equalization. They've done everything that we might expect of a legislative delegation. The problem is we've got a rurally dominated legislature, and we just have to admit it and live with it. When the state passes along improved programs such as vocational education, improvements in special education, kindergarten education, unless there's a move toward equalization, we will continue to be shortchanged because we get only 37 cents on every dollar from the state. The other 63 cents has to be raised locally.
One other point. Is this problem, or facing this financial problem, going to interfere with the air conditioning of our schools?
There is no relationship, and I think this ought to be underscored, no relationship between the operating and maintenance fund of the school district and our debt service program, that is our bond issue. This is in a separate category, and it's difficult to understand, but there's no relationship between the two. This air conditioning of schools is a non-recurring item, a one-time item of expenditure, and is the funds for this are provided in our debt service program.
Yes, we're asking the school board to consider putting in the policy handbook a policy which will be beamed at any person or persons, whether it be a student or an adult, who would enter the school or be in the school with disruptive intent, who might in any way interfere with the educational process. And we're asking that this be prohibited and that we be permitted to take such steps as are necessary to cope with such a situation should it develop.
Do you have any specific plans at this time?
At this time, we are working on some administrative implementations of this policy, some guidelines, suggestions, and possible procedures which the principals will be given to put into effect in case such a problem or such a situation develops.